So I follow a lot of Dark Souls challenge runners because they give me build ideas to send through the game. And I've seen couple of videos pop up about like caveman build, and it's always clubs and no armor, no shields. And depending on the person, it may be no rings, can't talk to NPCs. Meanwhile, I'm like, okay, but what if we actually went with something that was a little more historically accurate to a Neolithic person? Like, well, there's actually a lot more options than these people are thinking. And first, we start off with clothing. Neolithic clothing was plant-based, hide-based, or fur-based. So Dark Souls 1 doesn't exactly provide a whole lot of options. About the only thing I could think of that would work would be the, pyromancer's outfit. Because that one's just like very cloth-based. It's got a few adornments, but it's nothing that you wouldn't find in Neolithic societies. Because people have always wanted jewelry and adornments and whatnot. Now, weapons. Now, there have to be allowances for metal because if we went with that, then yeah, all they'd have access to would be clubs. Now, we make allowances for metal for this kind of build. Well, and then you got bows, because Neolithic hunters used bows and arrows. So they used spears. They used knives. They used axes. And yes, they would use a shield. So suddenly that opens up quite a bit of weaponry. In fact, you could actually make a nice little quality build. That's where you equally level strength and dexterity. And to help with the weapon scaling. So spears, bows would be benefit from the dexterity. Not same thing with the knives, although I would only go with the bandit's knife because that's the only one that has a more of a shape than that a Neolithic knife would be, because the other types are just daggers. And yes, even the club, although I would go with the reinforced club because like Neolithic individuals that understand like to put spikes at the top of your club would do more damage than just a hunk of wood by itself. Now, magic. I would say that miracles would be allowed because it's like humans have been storytellers for thousands of years. We told stories to help figure out the way the world works. And what are the miracles in Dark Souls but stories? You just need a canvas, but I restrict it to the canvas talisman because that's the most Neolithic one that would possibly be used. Sorceries, absolutely not. Those are book learning heavy ones. Now, pyromancy. I can see that as something that they would use because what is one of the things that humans have used since the beginning to shape our destiny? Fire. And this is not just me wanting to have access to power within with that ability, because if you know me, you know that unless I've got heavy into sorceries, I've always kind of slipped power within into my thing because that fits. It's like it's a push beyond your limits. It increases your defense. It increases your stamina regeneration at the loss of health, but you could do this like you're going past your limits. But I can definitely see a Neolithic person wielding fire magic if they had access to that. I don't know, just some random thoughts I had about Dark Souls. So, until next time, take care. Peace.